Well, sorry I was a little bit late.
You were like 45 minutes
Granted,
late.
I had to work, but
I had to work too.
I got home, changed clothes, kissed and hugged the kids, all that kind of good jazz. Old Uber rolls up, and dude had the passenger seat slid halfway, a little too far back from the back seat. And I'm always awkward about sitting in the front seat with Uber. It's just not my thing.
Really?
So
you would be bougie like that.
I go to make the lateral leg move and kind of slide into the back seat, and like as I start to squat, I hear.
That's something a fat kid would do.
Oh man, it went mid thigh to above the left testy.
Really? You split your pants getting in an Uber?
Mid thigh to above the left testy. I'm gonna need you to wait for a minute. I need to go back in this house and change my pants.
So that's why you were so late?
Hey, I still made it on time for the festivities.
You made it 45 minutes late to the event.
I got here at 6:36, thank you.
So 36 minutes late to the event.
Hey, that's pretty good velvet time.
Everyone, my name is John Edwards, and with me is Zeke Baker, and together we make the Dad's Drinking Bourbon. Wherever you are, whatever time it is, thank you for making us a part of your day. How are you, Zeke Baker?
Alive and kicking. I just can't kick with my left leg too much anymore, apparently.
Yeah, you split your pants.
Yeah, man.
You got to get those Duluth. They don't give us any money, but you finally convinced me to get some Duluth pants.
Oh, don't worry, they will. I heard you're going to be their next sponsor.
Well, I got some on your recommendation, and I really enjoyed them.
I laugh at that so much because obviously I've never tried them. It was just a running joke in a group thread. And then John posted a picture of his feet kicked up on his desk saying, well, damn, Zeke, these Duluth pants are actually comfortable.
They were really, really good. I'm glad I got some, and they were having a great Black Friday sale. So I got them for a good price. I do want to mention this is the second time we are recording the Open because a bunch of people came up and talked to us. It was like 3 different groups of people that are like, I listened to Dad's Drinking Bourbon. And I was like, you do?
I know. I didn't know we had 4 fans, honestly.
I know. And we had 3 of the 4 came up.
Man, it's going to be a long night now. I hope Dan comes over to rescue us.
Well, it was 3 different groups, but they all came over. It was good times. We're at the Holiday Spirits Festival here in Franklin, Tennessee at
Lots
Liberty
of holiday
Hall.
sweaters.
Lots of holiday sweaters, lots of holiday drinks.
I thought you were going to braid your chest hair into a holiday sweater.
I've done that before.
I'm not surprised.
And you've gone around, what's been
I just
your
wonder
favorite?
if you also intermingled your beard as, oh man, what do you call them? Stockings hanging down from the mantle.
No, they have ornaments for your beard though?
No, but you could have like your chest hair, braided into a holiday sweater, and then the beard turns into the stockings hanging down from the mantle.
Yeah, I just like the ornaments in the beard. They're like ornaments or beard ornaments.
I'm just saying, you walk in the apartment like that one night with nobody else around but the wife, you're in for a good night.
I just think it's funny that you were the one that split your pants and not me.
It was a lateral move. It wasn't the back, it was the front.
That's what they say about work. It was a lateral move.
There's a big difference when you split the front instead of the back.
You were 36 minutes late to this event.
I had to work, son. I got a job.
I had to work too. I was also here at 5 o'clock setting up for us.
You work from home.
On Mondays and Fridays.
Well, today's a Friday.
I'm just saying, you could have come at like 5:45.
But, nonetheless, so we don't ramble too long because we have had a couple of pours.
And we do have a guest waiting to come on.
First and foremost, another really just stand-up quality event here.
Events Hatched really knows how to put on events. And for those of you that don't know, they put on Whiskey Warmer, they put on Bacon and Barrel. Now this is the Holiday Spirits Festival in Franklin, Tennessee. We are at the Factory in Franklin, Tennessee at Liberty Hall.
Mingling through the crowd, seeing the people, like, there's no frowns, no rumblings of, I can't believe this or that, or I expected this or that. I mean, it's a solid event, and everyone seems very joyful.
No, Santa's here. How can you be sad when Santa is here?
Well, I mean, you sat in his lap, but I haven't.
No, he sat on my lap. He looked at me and he goes, son, you're too big. We'll flip and reverse this.
Like Missy Elliott?
Yeah. It's your flip to win yet. But we do have a guest, so we are going to take a little break. We are going to get our guest on to kick things off for the Holiday Spirits Festival in Franklin, Tennessee. Hopefully some of our really, really good friends are going to come by, share a pour. I know I went over to Dan Gardner from Four Roses. Everybody knows Dan. He loves Dan. He brought the 2019 limited edition small batch. I probably drank way too much of his bottle, but I've had a few pours of that one. It was really good. I really like the Old Smoky. They had an apple cider that was great. Postmodern Spirits and Stanton Webster, he had a milk and cookies, and he made the milk with gin and Amaro and some other stuff. And it was like creme de cacao and things like that. Super good. He had gingerbread cookies. It was awesome. I'm trying to think. The Screwball
was good. Corsair was good. Somewhere else. Chattanooga was good.
Chattanooga was great. Now, this one's a little bit different because the food, you could do that no-baked, it's that cookie dough. That was the food in Tiff's Treats. They had the cookies. And then the other food you paid for. But they do have Southern Spoon here, which is what was my favorite from Bacon and Barrel. They had those ribs that were really good.
I mean, granted, this is much more confectionery than the Bacon and Barrel stuff, so let's not lament too much because I honestly miss the bacon.
Yeah. Before we get going, I want to let you know this episode is sponsored by Cask Cartel, changing the industry standard in how you receive your spirits. Get the world's greatest spirits delivered directly to your door by using caskcartel.com. Just like all the cocktails in the room, if you want to make your favorite cocktail, if you're using gin, if you're using tequila, if you're using mezcal, whiskey, bourbon, whatever it is, go to caskcartel.com. Get it shipped directly to your door. You can do it from the comfort of your couch. You can do it from the comfort of anywhere in your house. Go to caskcartel.com. They will send it to you. Also, go on Instagram at Cask Cartel. They're known for sending out samples to their folks. Anybody who follows them, you could win samples. A bunch of people got samples of Pappy. So go to at Cask Cartel at Instagram.com and caskcartel.com. Get the world's greatest spirits delivered directly to your door. We are going to take a quick break here. We're going to come back with a very special guest for who this event is benefiting. And then we will talk to her and we'll learn a little bit more about the good that the Holiday Spirits Festival in Franklin is doing. Zeke, you have anything to say before we go out?
Yeehaw.
We have a very special guest, Ponda Culberson from 10green.org. That is what this event is benefiting, is 10 Green. And 10 Green is doing a whole bunch of stuff to conserve awesome areas in Tennessee, parks, natural areas. You guys are conserving a bunch of land in Tennessee. People can hike. People can do all sorts of stuff outdoors. That's what these events are going to. Bacon and Barrel, which we podcasted from, was going to 10 Green. Tell us a little bit about 10 Green, what you guys do. I mean, I know I gave a terrible overview of it, so do better than me.
All right, thank you so much. Well, we are a statewide nonprofit land conservancy, and we help protect land all over the state of Tennessee, and we help state parks expand land, wildlife management areas, expand their areas. We also help private landowners who have fantastic properties, and maybe they have endangered species or they have headwaters on their property that's really important to protect. They will come to us for a conservation easement.
Oh, wow.
Yes, and it will help protect their land in perpetuity.
That is awesome.
Thank you.
I wish I had land to do that. I don't. I really wanted like 15 acres. I would have been very, very happy. But what kind of stuff are you looking for? Like how, everybody's going to these events and they're drinking and they're having a good time, but it's going to benefit you guys.
Absolutely.
How do you then use that money? Is it upkeep of the land? Is it, it's not mowing the grass. There's a lot that goes into this, right?
So we don't hold land as a typical rule of thumb. We don't hold land. We purchase land so that it can be protected and turned over to either the state or some sort of organization that will then manage it. So we don't do the managing part. We do the acquisition portion of it and help buy that land.
So you guys are awesome brokers.
That's one way to look at it. But we are 100% donor supported. So that's how we are able to protect. Most recently, we helped the state protect 6,500 acres for the Lone Star Project. It's out in Crossville.
Okay.
The Crossville area. And it's a very important tract of land to connect the Cumberland Trail.
Oh, nice.
And the Cumberland Trail is a trail that goes from North Tennessee all the way through Tennessee to South Tennessee and on into Alabama.
And does that have anything to do with the Appalachian Trail? Is it connected to it or is it separate?
It's separate, but it's a similar kind of long tract of public land that's available.
How long is that
I don't know the exact numbers on the whole trail, but
I put you on the spot. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I know it goes through Kentucky all the way through Tennessee into Alabama. So
It's farther than me and you are going to walk.
I mean, if it gets us away for a couple weeks and we could drink bourbon and do some podcasts on the way, I mean, I think that would be a very interesting podcast, don't you?
Yeah, until we got home, and then the better halves and the kids wanted to know what the hell we'd been doing for the past 2 to 3 weeks.
we were hiking and drinking bourbon. You'd be involved. Do you drink bourbon at all?
I do.
What's your favorite?
I'm a Jack Daniel's fan, being a Tennessee native.
Yeah.
But I'm open to exploring other options too.
Well, we got to get you a glass and get you one of the ones up here.
Oh, yes, please.
And I feel bad that we don't have any. We really should have come with glasses. So what specifically do you do with 10 Green?
I am the outreach coordinator, and I have what I consider the most fun job of 10 Green. I get to plan and organize and lead hikes and kayak paddles and snorkeling events, all of the outdoor adventures to show people all these beautiful lands that we are protecting. And it's not just in areas where we have state parks or state natural areas. We also have private landowners who have a conservation easement with us to allow us to bring people on their property and see beautiful parts of Tennessee that otherwise you wouldn't be able to get to experience.
I'm 100% no BS here. I would love to do some of that stuff. I'm a big hiker. I love hiking. So I'm going to have to make sure that I reach out, and we could do one of those things where, like, I could be doing Instagram Live while we're on a hike, talking about all the benefits of I mean, it's something that I think is important to me too. Tennessee has a lot of beautiful land, and you want to make sure that it is being conserved so that people have those great views. I mean, it's easy enough to go to East Tennessee and see the views of the mountains and things like that, but people don't realize there's all sorts of stuff from Middle Tennessee to West Tennessee that are just as beautiful,
Absolutely.
just not as hilly.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
But there are some great countrysides and a lot of, making sure the animals and the ecosystem, everything is taken care of. It's super important. How can people get involved with 10 Green? And it's not just money that's needed, right?
Certainly. So we have a membership program, and memberships start at $35 a year, and that gives you all access to all of our Explore Tennessee events. And we have anywhere from 12 to 18 events a year where we take people out and show them all these beautiful places. We are always looking. We have a annual fundraiser that's called the Spring Fling for 10 Green, and we're always looking for corporate sponsors for that. Also volunteers. Volunteers are so important. I'm the person to talk to if you want to volunteer with 10 Green.
Which one, Willet or Four Roses? You want to try the Willet?
Yes, please.
Sorry, I cut you off there.
No, that's okay. But I was saying volunteer is a very important part too. We are working on expanding our volunteer program to allow people to be able to give back in a community service kind of way. So we have properties that are ambassador preserves, that we have people who go out and help us maintain and check on the properties. We also have some volunteers who go out and check on our conservation easement. So if there's a new bridge that was built over a stream that was not allowed, then they let us know that. So that's very, very helpful because we're a small organization, relatively speaking. I think we have 9 in our whole organization, but we are small but mighty. So our volunteers who help us monitor properties, because we have over 40 conservation easements all across Tennessee.
That's crazy.
So that's very important to us as well.
Well, I do have to say, if there is anything we can do to help, I want you guys to know the dads as your friends, and let's make sure we definitely keep in touch.
Absolutely.
There's planned gifts here. You can you don't just necessarily have to do a planned gift. You could do a bequest. There's a life insurance policy, IRA, or retirement plan. You can actually gift real estate, but you can also gift your time and your effort. If there's more information, go ahead and call 615-329-4441. Call Stephen Walsh, Director of Leadership Gifts, at 615-545-0195. I will tell you, Stephen is here. He punted to you. I said you guys could draw straws, whoever wanted to come on. You guys are at www.10green.org. You are here in Nashville, Tennessee, right?
Absolutely.
So go ahead and reach out. Find you guys. I should have let you give all the plugs, but anything else I missed that you want to plug? Are you on Instagram? Are you on...
We're on Instagram, Facebook, and our website, as you mentioned, 10green.org. Please visit us. We'd love to have you guys, and that's a great place to keep up to date with our celebrations of land conservation as well as our activities and events we have going on.
Awesome. More importantly, what do you think of the Willet? No, I'm kidding. And more importantly
fantastic.
is helping out 10 Green. But we are here to drink and have fun. Did you go get your picture with Santa yet?
I have not yet. I will have to go stop by.
Have you gone around to any of the booths yet?
I have. I've made my way around.
What's been your favorite?
Oh, man. There's so many good ones.
I know I'm putting you on the spot. You can just say it. Say one.
Well, I'm going to have to say yours is pretty fantastic.
She's taking the easy way out.
It's not even ours. I bummed these off a friend.
Well, hey, it works.
But I mean,
we have good friends, though, luckily.
You do.
We have been mentioning things that we really like. Like Old Smoky had a really good apple cider. Their cranberry drink was good, too. Campari and the folks there are doing a lot of good stuff with Russell's Reserve.
That's where our cups came from.
I mean, Andy's going to take care of us over there. I really like what Postmodern Spirits did. Whisper Creek and Pennington, they have like whipped cream and peppermint sprinkles on the top.
It's like a peanut butter.
The screwball one is super good.
No, I haven't tried that one.
Oh, you got to go over there and see Ian
I haven't
and
had
get
Pennington yet. I got to get over there for that one.
I have to get the Pennington one too. But Ponda, thank you so much.
It's absolutely my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
No problem. And again, go to 10green.org. Take care of Tennessee. Take care of the great land that we have here in Tennessee. And thank you guys for everything you do to make the state better.
Absolutely. It's our pleasure. And thank you for being such like-minded people.
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right, Zeke, we took a little break. We went around. I went over to the Davidson table and finally got some of that Whisper Creek sipping whiskey with some whipped cream and some candy cane on the top. And damn, that was good.
You still got a little whipped cream on your nose, by the way.
Do I?
I know you think it looks cute, but I'm not so sure it's going to work for you.
At least it's not brown. Do I really?
No. Oh, John.
Now I'm
so
wiping
gullible.
it. Hey, you split your pants today. That's all I got to say.
It was a lateral move.
It was. Zeke split his pants on the way here. We have a very special guest right now. I should mention somebody we know. We love her. She's one of our favorite people on this whole entire show. Christy from Franklin Wine and Spirits. You guys are sponsoring the Holiday Spirits Festival here
Yeah, we are.
at Franklin, Tennessee at Liberty Hall.
Darn right we are.
What did you bring for us to sip on? You brought a bottle.
I think you're always supposed to bring a bottle when you come to this table. Is that etiquette nowadays?
It's
That's what we tell people, but
hospitality.
John
Southern
is yet to bring
hospitality.
anything.
Dad's hospitality. I'm not a dad. I'm not a guy. I'm not a dad. But I brought a bottle of Pinhook with me.
You
and
are a
this
dog mom.
is dogma.
You are a dog mom.
Oh my gosh.
You're-
Dog mom, hashtag dog mom. Lola has now made it into my social media presence. So yeah, Bourbon and Lola. That's
her
my
Instagram now.
That's my Instagram now.
So does the dog drink the bourbon too?
Sometimes.
Dog, that's all I post about. It's either bourbon or the dog.
But sometimes the dog drinks the bourbon.
Sometimes the dog tries to drink the bourbon, and she's cool as shit for it. So,
She's got a good
yeah.
nose.
She's got a good nose.
It would be interesting to see like what she like sniffs and actually licks versus like sniffs and like. No.
No. Well, she does eat cat poo, so we're not gonna judge her too harshly.
Do you have a cat too?
Yes.
We do go off on a tangent a little bit. Now you guys have the only bourbon pick for Pinhook Bourbon in town. Zeke and I picked a rye along with some other awesome
that I've
people.
yet to get to try, and
I brought some by the store for you to try, and you weren't there.
I know.
So I had everybody else at the store but you
damn it.
try it. I will bring some by.
All right.
We did pick a rye with Barrels and Brews, Radnor Wine Spirits, 404 Kitchen, Mike Hines, and Dad's Drinking Bourbon. This one is Franklin Wine and Spirits. It is the only bourbon in town, in Nashville. It's the only bourbon pick from Pinhook. It's 57.3 ABV, 114.6 proof. There are 216 bottles of this. Oh,
And it
wow.
is not a Pinot Grigio, as someone asked at our table earlier today.
But, I mean, Sean, the way he does it, he does kind of have that wine.
He has that wine background, and this does not drink like a cask strength bourbon. You keep staring at that hamburger like
No, it's so Southern Spoon.
Made her to me.
Southern Spoon just dropped something off to us unsolicited.
Wait, that's not a hamburger. That looks like bologna. That looks like pan-fried bologna.
Y'all want to try this together? We can all take a bite.
Can we do a taste profile of the bourbon versus the bologna sandwich?
Well, I mean, y'all want to.
I mean, it really goes against everything in me to eat fried bologna without mustard.
What?
Like
Are cured meats out of your...
fried
out of your
bologna without
comfort
mustard
zone?
is like a sin to me.
It's a fried bologna sandwich, homemade prime beef, Benton's bacon, lettuce, tomato, potato bun with a Nash dill pickle sauce.
And it does pair well with Pinhook bourbon.
It does.
Bourbon country. Single barrel store pick.
Mustard.
Franklin Wine and Spirits.
You think it's I like the dill sauce. I think it gives a nice little kick to it.
So does that have a little bit of dill?
Yeah.
So as
Is
a
that what
kid-
I'm tasting? A little
As
dill?
a kid, there literally was not much my mom could really cook that was edible, so to speak. But she could fry up some mean bologna. I think it's because if you burn it, it didn't hurt it. As long as you cut, the three slits, so it makes like a peace symbol. But it
think this-
needs yellow mustard.
I think this would go good with a really good rye. You know, like the dill part of it. I think if we got like the dill of the rye.
But that was just my upbringing. I can't get past it.
Now, what do you think about it, Christy?
I thought it was delicious.
Southern Spoon was my favorite thing that was at Bacon and Barrel. And they did this like rib on a stick.
Oh, man.
But it didn't have the bone. It was just like, it was super, super, super
How
good.
do you keep it on the stick if it doesn't have the bone?
Oh, you put the stick through the meat. It's like meat on a stick.
Meat on a stick.
Have you ever had like steak on a stick from Chinese food?
Yeah, the steak is like,
Well, they call it chicken on a stick. I had it for lunch.
yeah, the steak is like dense.
Well, they have like
Rib
beef
meat is-
teriyaki. The rib meat,
Okay.
the rib stayed. And
Got it.
It was great. This is your first time sponsoring this event. You
Yes.
guys are in McKay's Mill, right next to the Publix, in between the Publix and the Jets Pizza.
Yep.
In McKay's
Dangerous
Mill.
place to be.
I know you get food on either side of you.
Yep.
What other picks do y'all have right now? You have this Pinhook. I think you have a Rua.
We have Rua, which is a North Carolina whiskey, 100% malted barley.
Born and raised up.
We have a little bit of Koval left. Koval is a Chicago distillery. The caveat to Koval is it is corn, 51% corn, but it has a lot of millet in it, which gives it a distinct flavor. We also have Resilient. We have a 14-year Resilient single barrel pick in store right now. I'm trying to remember. We are working on a couple. Oh, we have a Filibuster. That was the last one. That's a dual cask Filibuster.
That was a good one.
It's finished off in, port wine cask barrel.
For those of you that like a little more sweet on your finish, it's a good like after dinner drink.
Yes.
What's your favorite out of everything you guys have in store?
The barrel picks that we have right now,
Yeah.
my favorite is Pinhook. Absolutely.
I 100% agree with you.
It's the smoothest, I think. I'm new to the bourbon phenomenon, and I really do like the sweetness, the smoothness, the vanilla, the chocolate, all of those easy to drink notes that you find in bourbons. And this one, I think, the Pinhook single barrel pick that we have captures all of that deliciousness.
And you just had our friend Sean from Pinhook Bourbon
Yes.
at the store for your Bourbon Social. Now, we were there for the first Bourbon Social. The second Bourbon Social, we were both out of town.
Unfortunately, yes.
Unfortunately, but
We're going to coordinate our schedules better for next time and have you there, and maybe have both of you there.
a lot of people don't know who Zeke is. He's kind of an enigma.
I got to meet him for the first time today.
The people will say, wow.
Wow.
Zeke shows up and he goes, I don't know if you know this, but I'm kind of a big deal. My apartment smells of rich mahogany, and I have many leather-bound
Well,
books.
I have to say, I friend requested you on Facebook long before I got to the wonderful opportunity of meeting you.
How'd you feel about the bathrobe picture?
It's fantastic. Thank you.
No,
and as
Zeke-
he walked
Zeke's-
by the table tonight, and I was like, I know who that is. Oh my God, hey, it's really him. And then he came back by with John, and so I actually got the chance to meet him, and I was like, oh, you don't know who I am, but I know who you
at
are.
least had my Pinhook hat on. I've been rocking this
And
thing for a good
he
2
is
months.
rocking the Pinhook hat.
The
Yes.
funny thing about Zeke is that people, all the time reach out to him and say, hey, do you have a podcast? He's like, yeah. And then they go, are you the guy who has...
Are you that
Are
Zeke?
you the guy?
Are you the guy who does the Facebook profile pic of you in a bathrobe? And he's like, yep.
Are you
And
the
then
guy with the thing?
The guy with the thing
And the thing.
the thing. What did you bring over?
I just always simply laugh of like, how many Zekes have you ever seen on the boards? Not many.
Not many.
Although,
And how many Zeke Bakers do you know?
although recently I did have this guy who's like, so that bathrobe pic. I was like, man, I've had 3 profile pics in my entire life.
Oh,
None were
cheers.
taken seriously.
You hand me something, I'm going to take it from
Have you ever seen Van Wilder?
Oh, sorry.
Don't take life too seriously. You'll never get out alive.
Worrying.
I finished mine way a while ago.
My favorite Van Wilder is worrying. It's like a rocking chair. It'll give you something to do, but it won't get you anywhere.
Yeah. There's a lot of good wisdom in that movie. Not as much as the Lebowski, but there's a lot of good
I don't think
wisdom.
you've ever had any ovaries that tell you different. Sorry.
What do ovaries have to do with this?
I don't know. It just makes it all.
John worries a lot. There's a week out of the month. I don't like to talk to him.
It gives us that like extra worry.
I am
gene.
Catholic. Do you know how much guilt I have?
Oh.
John meets people and says, I'm sorry.
I know if I didn't do something yet, I'm going to do something stupid here soon.
That's why we're friends.
So what fun stuff does the store have coming up for 2020?
Another whiskey social.
We're gonna do so
Another
we
bourbon
are.
social.
We're gonna do well, and I think we might need to rebrand it a little bit because we would love to have like Screwball come in and
Postmodern.
yeah.
I bet you Four Roses
some
is
of
going
the
to be coming
like
soon.
Waterloo Gin, some of those folks who are doing barrel aged gin. Have it a little bit more open and just have a social, just have a fun social event
Spirit
at the store.
social?
Spirit social.
Diversity
something like
is
that.
good. Everybody likes something different, and then the best part of the social is you may not know what you like until you try it.
Exactly. That's been the my goal since I started at the store and started learning about how fun.
I mean, for
bourbon
years
can be.
I hated gin.
Exactly.
And like textbook gin. I still hate pine trees and all that good stuff. But barrel-aged gin, I'm a big fan of. And some of these craft sweeter gins, they're a little more sugar and just more palatable, I would say, to me.
Yeah.
They're great.
There you go. Yep.
But you don't know until you try it.
You don't know it until you try it. We
and
have
because
a
it's
tasting
labeled
bar.
as a certain category, you think, oh, I'm going to write that off because I don't drink this or that.
Exactly.
But no, that's where the socials, 110%.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's rewarding to everyone.
Do you guys have any picks lined up for next year yet, or anything on the horizon we should know about? Or
you know what?
You're keeping it under wraps.
We're keeping it under wraps, John. We're gonna keep that close to the vest. No, we are. That's actually a task of mine at the store is to expand our single barrel program for 2020. Oh my gosh, can you believe it's going to be 2020 already? Wow.
This is 2020.
2020. So
John won't see the ball drop. He'll be asleep.
No.
I don't go to bed. I go to bed at 1 or 2 every night. You don't roll your eyes at me. We're talking on the phone most times at like 12:45 at night.
You think I'm listening?
No. He's not. Zeke doesn't listen to me. That's why he also shows up 36 minutes late to an event after he split his pants, because he doesn't listen to me. And
Hey, I could have come here in those jeans and had the crotch hanging out. Did you want the crotch hanging out? Because I did.
I bet some people here would have liked having your crotch hang out.
You and me both.
I mean, after a lot of this drinking and a lot of these spirits, I bet you a lot of people would have loved that.
Oh, I bet there will be a lot of crotches hanging out tonight in Franklin.
Especially with this crowd. This is a very diverse crowd. I really like this event because it's a mixture, Like the bourbon events, you get a young crowd. You get that 30s and below. There's some people that are over, but this is a very diverse crowd. There's some real young
the
folks.
demographics of these now, the past 3 have been interesting.
Yeah. I really like that each kind of event has a different sort of clientele. This is a lot of couples here on a date, some people kind of banding together, but it's really fun. Chrissy, what's been your favorite drink so far as you've gone around?
So I got to try the Kentucky Spirit from the Wild Turkey table, right?
Yeah.
Wild Turkey table. Andy Brennan, great friend of ours, and has been to the store to our bourbon socials before. Got to try the Kentucky. I think it's the Kentucky Spirit. I can't remember the age statement on that one. I think it was
It's a good one.
9 years or so. It was fantastic.
But did you have any cocktails? What's been your favorite cocktail?
You know what? I really like the street stuff, so I haven't had a whole lot of cocktails.
No, that's kind of how.
That's bad to say.
That's kind of our cocktail. Is we normally take whiskey, pour it in a glass, and call it a cocktail.
That's kind of my cocktail.
I like
too.
going frou-frou at times.
I like it when I don't have to make it, and I can go frou-frou.
Yeah, that's the big difference. I mean, if it's provided, I'll taste it, but if it's not, then it's like,
But there have been some really, really, really good drinks. I know you've had the Old Smoky because they came by your store today.
Yes,
and
we
you
have
had that.
the Old Smoky at the store. We're carrying their line of products, the Screwball Whiskey, Pickers Vodka, which they have a booth here tonight as well.
Now they have we were just talking about it before you got on. There's a Tennessee Sipping Cream with their Whisper Creek, and they take that and they put it in a glass and they put some whipped cream and some candy cane on top, some crushed candy cane.
That sounds delicious.
It was really, really good.
I have had their sipping cream, but I haven't had that particular drink yet, so I'll have to go by and try it.
You will. And we want to make sure we leave you enough time to go drinking. Tell the folks how they can find you on Instagram, how they can find Franklin Wine and Spirits, all the great places to find you guys.
All the things. My personal is Bourbon _ and _ Lola on Instagram. And then the store is just Franklin Wine and Spirits, A&D spelled out. So follow us, check in, come by. We're at 1400 Liberty Pike in McKay's Mill.
You're right next to the Publix
Right next
and
to
the
Publix.
Jets. And, people should be on the lookout for your Facebook and your Instagram more, because you are posting more like, hey, this is when we have something in the store. You should come down and check it out. So, you never know what you're going to see on that Instagram and how it's going to direct people to come into your store. So thank you for sponsoring this event. Thank you for everything that you guys do.
Thank you for you.
We love doing some events with you all, and we can't wait to do more in 2020.
Thank you, John. You guys are a big supporter of ours, and we appreciate you very much.
Let's line up some picks in 2020.
Yeah, let's do some picks in 2020 together.
Let's do some picks in 2020.
Cheers. We're going to take a little break. We're going to go
Cheers.
get some more cocktails around here. We're going to come back. We're going to keep it together, and we're going to close out the show. So we're going to take a break. We'll be right back on Dad's Drinking Bourbon. I like how we take little breaks. We go get some drinks. We come back. I really love doing events with Events Hatched because they allow us to be a little chill like that. We go out, we explore, we see what's going on. The Southern Spoon, I gotta say again, they brought that fried bologna sandwich that was so good. It's a homemade prime beef, Benton's bacon, lettuce, tomato, potato bun with a Nash dill pickle sauce. It was really freaking
I
good.
enjoyed it, but again, I can't eat fried bologna without mustard. It's a country thing. I don't know. I just can't do it.
Zeke is a wuss. Our next guest
What's
is
good being a wuss?
because you can't eat it. I need mustard.
I mean, you're the one from up north.
Don't hate on a refined palate.
You have two guys from up north sitting at the table with you.
You don't
right
have
now.
olfactory memories?
Yeah, well, you
There's got to
have.
be something you eat. Your lobster.
You
and
have
crab.
two. You have two.
and
It's
whatever
not
that other
crab.
shit is.
What the frig is
I
crab?
don't know.
It's crab.
I can't talk like you people.
Yeah. Well, you have two
That's Baltimore.
massholes sitting at the table. And
Well, I'm sure there's some intrinsic things that you both have for your foods.
Andy and I have some telepathic shit because we are
great,
both
great
from
hair
Massachusetts.
follicles. We both
That's what it is.
Yeah, we do have one of our good friends at the table, Andy Brennan from Campari. So he's got Wild Turkey, he's got Sky Vodka. What else is in the portfolio that you manage?
We do Campari owns Espolòn tequila.
Oh, yeah, the
Cabo
Espolòn,
tequila.
we did
Grand
that.
Marnier.
That was great. The Espolòn Tequila show we did. Thank you for hooking us up with
What do we
that.
have to do to get a Grand Marnier pick?
What's that?
What do we have to do to get a Grand Marnier pick?
You can't even say Marin. What did you say?
I just know it'd be really cool.
You could probably go over and help him do a little bit of a blend.
I mean, where I'm
it's
from, it's called Grandma.
Yeah.
Like one of my buddies, he got married, and man, he had like 3 spirits at the wedding. I can't remember what all 3 were, but one was like just Grandma. And like you walked to the bar, like, I'll take some more Grandma. And they just kept pouring it.
I lived out on the West Coast for about 8 years, and that was that and Rumplemans were the 2 bartender shots. That and Fernet, the 3.
Yeah.
And I always thought it was like 20% alcohol. And I'm like, oh, sure, I'll do one. Cheers. I'm like, why are they doing this? And I never had a clue. It was 80 proof. And I'm like, this will knock on your butt, but it's delicious. That's a Northeast thing. It's schnapps and you could leave it outside in the snow and not worry about it.
Rebel Mints was around before Goldschlager. Like, they really missed their calling. Plus, it's 100 proof. Like,
And
it
it's
does
peppermint.
more for you. If we can't get a Grandma pick, what else good's coming down the pipeline for Campari?
Can we settle for another Russell's pick next year?
We can get you guys a Russell's or a Kentucky Spirit pick.
Either or, that would be fun.
We do have we have a rare breed rye coming in 2020.
I've
Really?
seen that. I saw
Yeah.
it got approved.
Yep, it got approved. We have Master's Keep. I don't know if I'm supposed to be saying this, but it's already been out there on the website. People have been talking about it. So there's
You might as well.
we have a Master's Keep first ever bottled and bond product with Wild Turkey. It's gonna be 100 proof, 17-year-old Master's Keep. That'll be
Well, I
out
mean,
mid-year.
I think we all assumed Master's Keep would keep going in some direction.
It's supposed to be
at
a
least.
one-time thing, and it's just been too good. And they let Eddie play around with his special barrels he keeps. But I think the first 17 year was good. The one complaint was a little low in proof, but
Yeah.
that wasn't his fault. It's just what was in the barrels. So 100 proof, 17-year-old, that one's going to be outstanding.
So something I did notice though on the rare breed rye is it only going to have Jimmy's name as master distiller on the label? 'Cause at least I saw that through the post with TTB. I thought it was funny. I didn't know if he was more involved on that for some reason.
That'll be interesting. I don't know, because Eddie's more the Eddie and
No, that's
Bruce
what
are two more of the rye guys, so
No,
I
that's
don't
what I
know.
thought. I laughed.
I'll be honest, I didn't look at it that closely, but I can do some digging and find out.
Yeah, no, it was pure random anomaly. I just saw it and I was like, well, just at the bottom says Master.
What a host.
Everybody give Christy a round of applause. But Christy, come back and say hi. You do so much to put these events on. She won't even come back and say hi. Now we have our friend Adam from the Southern Spoon. We can all share this together. I paid for the cauliflower, but he brought some extra because we gave him some willet. He brought chili. He brought hot cauliflower, so it's like buffalo cauliflower. We have a southern egg roll.
I like buffalo cauliflower. That's a great alternative to going like a Super Bowl party or some other thing. Like instead of the wings, bring the cauliflower. It gets healthy, but it's still just as good.
I get the buffalo sauce. My brain turns off. I think I'm being bad, but it's really
it's
just
actually easy to
cauliflower.
make too. I was surprised.
We convinced him to come back. I'm happy. He went and delivered some more food. Andy, you might as well be here for this because we're all going to taste test this together. Our friend Adam from the Southern Spoon is sitting down with us too, along with Andy. And we bribed him with some willet, so he brought us a lot of food. And I told them I bought the cauliflower, but then you brought these egg rolls, you brought the chili. You were at the Southern Spoon. There's a food truck that was at Bacon and Barrel, and you guys had this rib that was the best damn thing at Bacon and Barrel. The food that you guys have here today is the fried bologna sandwich was great. Are you guys typically a food truck, or are you an actual restaurant as well?
I've been cooking for almost going on 30 years. Had a catering company, a small catering company for about 12 as a hobby / small business. Worked in IT during the day. I retired.
I do IT.
Yeah, I was in IT for probably 20 years on top of my culinary hobby, if you will, a side hustle. And when I retired from IT, I said, you know what? I'm done with IT. I'm going full-blown cooking. So I bought a food truck and to kind of expand my catering business. And eventually we'll have a restaurant. But right now we're just a food truck and catering. And we love it. We take food to the people versus them having to come to us.
That's great. Andy, you want any of this?
Probably allows you to circumvent some of the nuances of running a restaurant too.
Absolutely.
And still be happy at the end of the day. I mean, shit.
Absolutely. The overhead is a bit lower, but the regulations are the same. We have to abide by the same standards as a full-blown restaurant.
Yeah.
And we're not your typical, taco truck. We have fine dining. We have high-end food coming out of food trucks. If I put a $10 bologna sandwich on a food truck, it better be damn good. And we use prime beef, like the best beef you can get. We blend it with pork, shoulder, as well as Benton's bacon is in there as well to give it that smoky flavor. Sous vide it for 4 hours, fry it up, and it is the best bologna. And we're going to be offering it. You can buy it packaged here soon. We'll offer the bologna sliced by the pound, or you can buy the whole log if you want.
Where are you going to have that?
It'll be online. I got to run through, regulation hoops. We'll be doing farmers markets this spring, and we'll be doing tastings of our bologna. We'll be selling that kind of out of the cooler type thing.
Yeah.
That's how you bypass some of the regulations. You can just do it at the farmers market. It doesn't have to be USDA regulated.
So that cauliflower is amazing.
We're bottling that sauce.
So is that chili. Sorry,
That
I was
chili?
cutting you up.
Yeah, we
The
smoked it for
cauliflower
12
is great.
hours, and then we simmer it for 12 hours.
Which
so
sauce?
it's a 24-hour chili.
That one?
Oh, the Nashville sauce. It's the white sauce. That is good on everything. We sell it on hot chicken sandwiches. We think it's the best accompaniment to hot chicken. Hot wings has ranch and blue cheese, right? Hot chicken doesn't have a nice component, does it?
Other than pickles.
Other than pickles and bread. Well,
Yeah.
that's got pickles in it, but it's cream cheese, sour cream, and dill pickle relish blended together. A cool way to eat hot chicken.
That's
Everybody says
really good.
the vinegar and the relish for the pickles is what cuts the hot out of it.
Yeah, that helps. And the cream. You got the dairy and the vinegar. It helps cut.
That's crazy. That's super, super good.
A shout out to my buddy Vern at Music City Brisket here in Franklin. I worked on his truck for 7 months before I opened up my own just so I could learn the ropes. So he kind of gave me some secrets to brisket cooking. Still not as good as theirs, but I think I'd do a pretty darn good job.
No, I mean, I think everybody loves the trucks. They're great for events, great for pop-ups, and I mean, as far as being a small business, I would have to imagine there are some nuances to it, but it's still got to be advantageous versus a brick and mortar when you're still trying to get your feet off the ground.
Absolutely. And I mean, you don't have to worry about parking and this and that. I can literally pull up to anybody's house or business and we can rock it. And we do a full-blown, I mean, we up there with Cousins and Grilled Cheesery, we can play with the big boys. And we've only been operational this year. We started, our grand opening was in March, but we got a soft opening as early as February. So we're not even a year in. And we're loving every minute. If I can keep that truck running, it's an old truck. It looks
These
pretty on the
Southern
outside.
egg rolls are really, really
I was
good.
inspired by my grandmother's pot liquor soup. So she made a pot liquor soup. It's collard greens cooked in turkey and like broth, turkey bone, smoked turkey and ham hocks.
Oh, we ate them, Zeke. You're going to have to ask Adam for another one because we ate. Andy and I
The
ate.
egg rolls, like I couldn't help. The egg rolls are delicious.
I'm over here keeping the conversation going. These two assholes mowing in the food.
So yeah,
It was unbelievable. I'm sorry.
That's what you get for making fun of
we
us
would
for being
make
from the
this-
north.
We would make this soup, and it was collard greens.
What do y'all know about collard greens? You're from the north.
Yeah, that's true. I'm from rural North Carolina, so I've got it in my blood.
I'm with you. I love collards. I'm laughing at these two.
I love some
Well,
collard
people who
greens.
don't
Look at
love
me.
collards love my egg rolls. I have a huge
I love
it's the
collards.
number one seller. So we do small plates and large plates. I say it's Southern tapas or Southern dim sum, whatever you want to call it. Is we give people the option. I don't believe in selling you a lot of food unless you want them on large plates. We have a pork rib. The one you had, that's a baby. The ones that we sell on the truck normally are over a half a pound, triple wrapped in bacon.
Oh, so you got like
They're like
the
this big around.
So
the
like
Flintstone Brontosaurus rib.
Oh, it is huge. When I serve it to people, they look at it like, holy cow.
can you reach out to me and tell me where you're going to be here soon? 'Cause
Well, tomorrow from 12 to 5 p.m. we'll be at Black Abbey Brewery.
you're going to have those ribs?
We'll have a limited supply.
All right.
John can't edit
AKA,
that fast.
I won't sell them to anybody until you get there. Or they're VIP only.
I'm going to be passing by that
They're
area
gonna be off-menu
about
items.
noon, so I might have to detour.
Yeah, it's
Stop
really, really, really good. Tell the folks how they can find you. Tell them how they can figure out where you
Follow
are.
us at Southern Spoon TN, and that's across all social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, at Southern Spoon TN, as in Tennessee. All of it the same. Streetfoodfinder.com is another great app and website for following all food trucks, and you can follow us to see where we're at. We put our schedule out as far as we have booked, so you can scroll through it. We're booked usually a month out, if not, we're growing to 2 months. So for those private parties and whatnot, hit us up soon.
Yeah, anything special as far as catering
we're in high
requests?
demand, huh?
Anything special as far as catering requests, like a different address or email or anything to hit you up on?
Yeah, they can hit us at info@southernsPoonTN.com.
You want to do something with Dad's Drinking Bourbon, and we can have a fun Dad's Drinking Bourbon party.
Sorry.
No.
It's the internet.
It'll
We'll do
just
whatever.
be John tasting everything.
Tasting everything. Yeah, we're good. I mean,
Let's do something. I'll give you a bunch of wild turkey products, and you can do
I'll
like
bring-
bourbon braised ribs and all that. You just go nuts, and then we can come together. Sponsored.
so then-
Guys Drinking Bourbon, sponsored by Wild Turkey.
So Andy is the
fed by
Campari guy.
Southern Spoon.
Campari.
So, but he has wild turkey. So anything you want to do, like if you want to do some wild turkey
Well,
braised ribs.
we do a bourbon molasses caramel glaze. We put it on lots of stuff. We put it on our sweet potato cream cheese wontons. I'll put them on banana pudding beignets, or we'll do a sweet potato and I'll do a cannoli.
You know what I think would be great for that is
But we
some
use
wild turkey
Belgian
where
bourbon because it's a local bourbon. The whiskey.
But no, I mean, like,
Adam, thank you so much. We're gonna finish with Andy and make sure that we
let me talk.
Hey, no problem. Come on back and see us again, and we can't wait to do something with you in the future.
I'm sure we'll be at similar events there, certainly.
Yeah,
I'd love to do a Dad's Drinking Bourbon event.
we would love to have you.
All right, guys. I'm gonna get back. I got people wanting egg rolls.
hey, absolutely great chow.
Thank you so much.
Nice to meet you.
So, Andy, I feel like we went off the rails because we got food. You brought us 2 drinks. Tell us what you brought us, and thank you for being patient. It just proves how gentlemanly men from Massachusetts are for sitting here and being patient.
I mean, if someone's gonna bring good food like that, I won't be picky. I'll just shut up and start eating. Well, I'll be honest, we have our district manager for Tennessee.
Galen is the man.
Used to be the food and beverage guy over at 404 Kitchen, so it's the equivalent of having a master mixologist on staff at any given time. And I have people from other states reach out and say, can he put a menu together for us? So I will. I cannot take any of the credit for the cocktails tonight, but he has a Russell's 10 Boulevardier fountain going right now with Russell's 10, Campari, and sweet vermouth. And I think the other cocktail is a Frangelico Spritz.
That Frangelico Spritz was so damn good. I had the Boulevardier, but I'm not going to lie, I kind of like the Frangelico Spritz a little more.
We also have a Sky cold brew and pumpkin liqueur drink. People ask me, we have sweet, refreshing, and bitter. It kind of depends on what you want. The Aperol Spritz has gotten huge over the last couple of years, but come wintertime, people, if they're not in front of the pool or at the beach, they think they can't drink it. You put some Frangelico and Prosecco together, and it's delicious. And you put a little bit of Angostura bitters in there as well.
Which one was that Espolon that we loved? It was
the
X.
The
less expensive one, right?
It's the X that's no longer made anymore, just like DMX.
Shit.
That was a one-time master distiller. He laid some stuff down in barrels, kept trying it, and he pulled it out at 6 years old. And apparently never again. We can't the brand has been growing so big, we can't keep up with production, so they don't want to sacrifice any liquid to sit there for 6 years, I guess.
It's so dang good. Now, you can tell our friend Ian just sat down as well. Come on into the conversation,
Oh, hello,
Ian.
ladies and gentlemen.
Ian, do you know Andy?
I don't think we've ever met before. Andy Ian Cox, pleasure to meet you.
Now, Ian does Templeton Rye. He does Screwball. We just keep bringing people on with Andy. He's like one of us.
Well,
now,
I mean, if he's good with y'all, he's good with me, of course.
I got a bottle of Screwball in my cabinet.
God bless you.
and Andy is the Campari rep.
Oh,
So he is.
I have Campari in my house at all times.
And Wild Turkey, I'm sure, and some Russell's
Not
Reserve.
curly, but Aperol I do have.
There we go.
And some Espolon's delicious.
We were just talking about how we had the Espolon X and the regular Espolon, and Adam brought Zeke some more egg rolls.
All mine. Thank you.
The everyday Espolon and Yeho is actually, they finish that in Wild Turkey barrels though.
Yeah, they do, and that, I mean, it's like they work the synergy going on with everything. How is it for you? And I don't want to make you talk about somebody else's brand, but since Ian did sit down,
Collard green egg roll.
that Screwball really will just sneak up on you. Have you had it? I mean, you have it.
Yeah.
You have a bottle in your cabinet. I didn't think I was going to be a peanut butter whiskey guy. I was a little skeptical because of Fireball and all that shit. And I had a sip of the peanut butter whiskey, and I was like, damn it, I really like this.
I'll be honest, I didn't want to like it, and then I tried it, and I was like, son of a bitch. I'm like, it's pretty damn tasty.
Our president, the president of our company, Infinium Spirits, was in Nashville this week. We were having lunch, and he's looking at me, my counterpart from North Carolina, my counterpart from the Panhandle, right? And he's just polling us because this is fun for him. He goes, what was your first reaction to Screwball? And I tell the story how on our company conference call, right? They go, all right, guys, we're really excited to announce our newest brand. By the way, we had just lost Fratelli Brocco. So we had just lost Fernet, Carpano, Antica Formula, right? All these great brands. And they go, we're really excited to announce our newest brand, Screwball Peanut Butter Whiskey. And I go, are you kidding me? And all of a sudden I get a text from my boss, you're not on mute. Then I tried it. I met the team from Screwball. I learned about it at our national sales meeting, and I called my wife and I go, it's really good. She goes, you just drank the Kool-Aid, didn't you? I was like, the peanut butter flavored Kool-Aid. Yeah, I really did.
We're not going to have to sell the house after all. We might get a better one.
We're actually buying a house. Amazing. So I'm with you. Like every bourbon snob, every whiskey snob out there wants to hate it.
But in peanut butter whiskey, there's not really anything to not like.
No, we
Right.
laughed because, I mean, I forget. Where do we even get a bottle from? I think I got one when they first came out.
I got one from
You
Ian.
got that? Yeah, I gave you a bottle.
Zeke got one, and then he didn't share it because he drank the whole damn thing. And then I went and saw you at Cool Springs Wine and Spirits and I brought my daughter in.
And I'm like, John, we got to do a show on this. Like, people are going to give us so much hell, but, like, F it. It's worth catching the hell just to simply say, like, close your eyes, just try it, and say, oh, well.
Just try it. It's every bourbon snob wants to hate it, but they love it.
So it's safe to say, going back to Andy's cocktails, it's safe to say that Zeke didn't like the Boulevardier, and I didn't like the Spritz. Both of them were really good. Both of them are gone. The drink you had.
I've been sipping it. It's just a dry drink.
It's good. It's good.
I will chime in that a good Boulevardier is one of my favorite cocktails out there.
So they actually have a Boulevardier fountain over there.
I didn't
at
pick it up.
Campari.
I will say one of my favorite things in Disney is the Graham Yarnay slushy if you go to Epcot. If you make it far enough around Epcot, and it's like 3/4 around depending on where you start, but Graham Yarnay slushy is...
I believe that's one of the biggest Grand Marnier accounts at Disney.
It is simply...
Don't you wish you were the Florida rep?
If you're a Grand Marnier fan, though, we have the new Grand Marnier Louis Alexander. That's the regular Grand Marnier is just VS cognac.
Yeah.
That's a VSOP cognac. And
is it over there?
Yeah.
Don't get crazy.
Yeah,
over there
I'll be back in a minute, man.
Yeah, get on over there. Bring me one too, please. That harkens back to the good old days of that Grand Marnier. For me as a bartender, predates taking shots of Rumpelmans. We moved away from Grand Marnier.
I told him that. I said
Rumpelmans.
that's like the two bartender drinks was Rumpelmans and Grand
Right.
shots.
I mean, we stopped doing Grand Marnier to do shots of Rumpelmans.
A little bit higher proof. Rumpelmans about half the price. People don't realize how expensive Grand Marnier is.
That's exactly.
We've been over to France and met the guy who's the master blender, master distiller for Grand Marnier, is the head of the French Cognac Association or Council. And I mean, the amount, like you go to their cellar, they have cognac from like 1930, and he's just pulling it out, and then you don't realize it's a grandma shot or it's a floater on top of tequila, and then you start to try the different varieties. It's pretty crazy what actually goes into it because I was clueless until I was educated.
Until you get out there to France and you learn about it, you never know. Like you go to the master distiller and you just kind of learn. You think you know about these brands, and you just don't.
So you brought a shot over or a cocktail. Sorry, it comes in that little. It comes in a little cup, so I'm thinking it's a shot. Now, since Zeke left, Andy, this has now become yours. Zeke went to go get Grandma.
He did.
Now, you brought over a little bit of Screwball and then whatever's in here.
I brought you a peanut colada.
Now, are we supposed to drop the Screwball in the peanut colada?
No, there's plenty of Screwball already in there.
So
It is literally a pina colada, but made with Screwball instead of rum. So it is essentially 2 ounces of Screwball peanut butter whiskey, 1.5 ounces of Coca Lopez, 1.5 ounces of pineapple juice, and 1/2 ounce of lime juice.
And when I drink this, can't nobody tell me nothing.
How are you going to edit out the Old Town Road remix in the background?
It's going to be there. People are going to hear that it's a damn good event. Andy, what do you think? I mean, it's another brand. I know it's another brand stuff, but what do you think about this pina colada? Because Zeke did leave us, so you gotta fill in here.
He stole your peanut.
It's delicious. I love a pina colada. I love peanut butter. I love whiskey. So
if I hear pina colada, all I think of is Rupert Holmes.
You know what this tastes like? Honestly, what this tastes like?
Most people are gonna miss that reference.
Have you ever had a peanut butter and banana sandwich?
Look, man, I played football for a decade. I ate peanut butter and banana sandwiches every day at 10 and 2 to help put on the weight, man.
I
I think that was
love.
every redneck football player.
Hell yeah.
Oh man, I mean, I think it's just every football player because
Right.
I ate me a bunch of peanut butter and banana sandwich. This almost tastes like a peanut butter and banana sandwich to me.
Look, what I have learned about Screwball is it goes with everything. I put that thing with banana liqueur and a little lemon juice, and it's amazing. So that's essentially what we did there. We just did coconut and pineapple instead of banana.
Yeah.
Right? And we did lime instead of lemon.
Yeah, there was some banana liqueur that Chandler had that he was putting Screwball with when it first came out, and it was just like
The Giffard The Gaffard Banana de Brazil.
It's got like a tropical
Yeah,
label.
Tarek down at Elixir has some of that.
Yeah.
And he pours them out.
Right, yeah.
Oh,
I told him about
it's that crazy red.
That's called cereal
That's
for
the
Tarek.
Timbus Fusion. That's the Timbus Fusion banana.
That's how he starts his day. That's his fiber one.
You put that in
We
cereal.
love you, Tarek. We love you.
I'm not gonna lie, this poured over some
see you
Cinnamon
in a
Toast
couple
Crunch would
weeks.
probably be delicious. Just throw that out there.
Look, so I bartended for such a long time. I had to make myself a believer of screwball, and I really played with this thing for a week. And every day for a week, I came up with ideas, and I was like, "There's no way this is gonna work," and it worked. And I had to laugh at it. Mole. I mean, we put it with fresh mole as an old fashioned. Delicious. I made painkillers and everything you could do with it. Delicious. Put it with anything you want. Screwball works with it. Chartreuse. Who'd have thought that would happen? Right?
I'm
It
not
works.
putting anything with chartreuse other than my head in a
That's
vice.
fair. Well, but I love chartreuse. That's
So
my,
when's Campari putting out a peanut butter whiskey?
I asked them that earlier.
I mean, honestly though, this is grandma.
That grandma's delicious.
This is delicate. Like,
That's delicious.
thank you, Andy. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I love grandma to begin with, but this is
Well,
this is
the
a
regular
delicate
Grandma
layer.
is a VS, so it's like a 5 to 7 year old.
He said it was up to 9.
This one is it's between like 9 and 12.
Yeah.
So it just takes it up a notch.
It just
Because you have fills the middle because we have a VS with the regular Grandma. You have the VSOP, and then the next level up is the Centenaire, which is like
My
$150.
next time back's going to be for a little Espolon with the grandma and a little citrus spritz of something, and then I'll have the best margarita ever and sleep very well. At 2 a.m.
That's a good sleep right there. That's good sleep.
I'm so glad we're finishing out this event with both of you because you are two very, very good friends. And Andy, thank you for everything you've done throughout the year. And Ian, thank you for everything you've done throughout the year. We know we are looking forward to a Templeton Rye episode, which is another account that Ian manages. And you know, Andy, we'll drink anything you give us because Campari has such good stuff, whether it's Grandma or the Espolon or anything from Wild Turkey or it's vodka.
I mean, there's got to be a follow-up to Drink More Turkey.
There does have to be a follow-up to Drink More Turkey.
They're gonna.
And it's not from Chick-fil-A.
The rumor is they're gonna open up some warehouses next year that have never done the barrel program with. So there should be some new offerings.
So you're saying that everything is not going to be Camp Nelson A or F?
They lay the stuff down. They fill. Eddie. They fill a whole warehouse.
It's just rotation.
And they move on to the next.
Yeah.
I don't know for sure yet, but I've been told. They're going to open up some new warehouses next year.
So when the special bottle came out last year, I think everyone was excited when people started going to Camp Nelson because it was like, oh my God, that's where the 2002 came from, and oh my God, this is great. And then towards the end of the year, it was like, all right, I've already had 18 Camp Nelson picks. They're all great, but I know what I'm going to get. I think, honest to God, because we picked the A and the F, I really like the Camp Nelson F a little more than the A. We picked 3 Russell's barrels, if you think about it this year. We picked 2 with Barrels and Brews. We did one that we did a split with Boot Hill Blades on that was a CNA that was really good. But that short barrel F Zeke we did was so damn good.
Well, we went a little off profile. And thanks to Eddie's generosity, he did allow us to taste through 11 barrels. And not a dig or a knock, but
It's a good man right there.
It wasn't until number 9 I went to John, and I'm like, all right, we're cooking now, and it's not from this many barrels. It's like, all right, we're getting into where we want to be of like just a unique profile and like what we love to just enjoy and share. And then we went through 2 more, and they're like, oh.
Well, it was really funny because I was standing next to Bruce Russell and Joanne Street, and we're kind of hanging in the back and we're catching up. We had that 9th that was like, ooh, well, this is the first one out of the 9 that kind of made me perk at attention. And then we had the 11th and it was like, well, shit. And then Eddie shook the barrel. And he goes, yeah, I don't think this one's very full. We're like, all right, well, let's just take 9 and 11 and call it a day. And I'm so glad we did.
My thing is from my position, I love the short barrels. They're tasty, but that short barrel counts towards my allocation for the whole year. So I already told marketing, I'm like, we need to, if someone picks a short barrel and a full barrel, let's put them all together and that counts as one.
It really should, because that was
Like
one
a
trip.
True market manager right there.
It's one
I
trip.
want that 6-case barrel. I'm sure the liquid's delicious. I want a bottle for my own collection.
But in fairness, it wasn't like we kicked it and we're like, oh, this is the short, we'll take it. I mean, we literally taste it, and I look at John while he's talking. I'm like pointing. I'm like, hey, look, taste what's in your glass. This is amazing.
If Eddie can pick the barrel over his head, just bring a growler and just have him fill that, and we'll just charge it at the visitor center.
Glad you like it. Ain't gonna be much of it. Like, oh man, way to deflate me after 11 barrels.
Gentlemen, they are shutting down, and I know we got to pick up our booze here and get out of here, but
Definitely have to clean up.
Andy, thank you so much. We look forward to whatever Campari has in store, and obviously we'll be doing a lot with Wild Turkey next year. So people can find them at Wild Turkey, at Russell's Reserve Bourbon on Instagram, all sorts of different places, Sky Vodka, Espelon Tequila, Grand Marnier, everything else you guys are working on. Check out Campari. They have great stuff, and we are at a cocktail event, so you can make great cocktails with Campari.
Hey, there's nobody on the boards that is not excited about Rare Breed Barrel Strength Rye.
Oh yeah.
Rare Breed is going to have a non-chill filtered version in duty free in 2020. That'll then be open and available everywhere in 2021. So that'll be a game changer too.
Must be nice.
Yeah,
Non-chill
Ian,
filtered will be good.
you still have Screwball though.
I do
So,
have some.
and you have Templeton Rye, you have Screwball. What else do you have in your portfolio?
We do Coralejo Tequila, Zaya Rum, Kerrygold Irish Cream. We got a couple of vodkas. We have Seagram's vodka. We have
Oh, it's
Crystal
good.
Head vodka.
You have the Irish cream.
We do have the great Irish Cream.
It's
Kerrygold.
great.
God, it's so good.
I'm going to take about 33 bottles.
No, I can't do an Irish accent, so I'm not going to try.
I could do one, but it's shite. You know?
Better than mine, that's for sure. So we do some great brands. I mean, everything we do is so good. It's such high quality. So, but
I just love having both of you on at the same time. And Andy, thank you so much for rolling with the punches on this. But I think it's a testament to the people that do these events. Everybody does these events all the time. Everybody kind of becomes friends from doing these events because you see the same people at these all the time. So thank both of you for jumping on and doing stuff together. Thank you for eating some of the food from the Southern Spoon with us. I want to let you know before we leave, all of our glassware is provided by distilleryproducts.com. Distilleryproducts.com is the place, if you are a distillery, if you're a bourbon club, everybody knows that distilleryproducts.com is the place to go for laser etched Glencairns, the Tua glass, the neat glass. They actually have the wee Glencairns. You know, I always thought about it. The wee Glencairns, I could only find them at Heaven Hill. Distilleryproducts.com has them. So if Screwball doesn't have Glencairns yet,
we need to get them made.
Reach out to me. I will get you in touch with Vicky at distilleryproducts.com. You would not believe the prices there. Wholesale prices. It's the place where all the distilleries I know use distilleryproducts.com. So reach out to me. Love to get you in touch with them. They have that dram glass that everybody loves from Willet. They have decanters. They have tumblers. All sorts of good stuff. Ian, thank you so much.
Thank you guys for having me
Oh
on.
yeah, you forgot to ask. I mean, we are getting the first single barrel of Screwball, right?
Heck yeah. Dad's
Cash
drinking
fruit.
bourbon.
Done. Dad's drinking bourbon.
Cash
Screwball.
strength single barrel pick.
Andy
100
Brennan.
proof, baby. 100 proof.
Andy Brennan, thank you so much.
No, anytime.
And Zeke, folks can find us at Dad's Drinking Bourbon on Instagram, Dad's Drinking Bourbon on Facebook, Bourbon Dads on Twitter. Find us wherever you download your podcast, wherever it is, we are on it. You can also find us where, Zeke Baker?
Well, we're not technically in Nashville. We're in Franklin, but we're still in Middle Tennessee.
Yeah.
You can always find us with good friends.
Yes, and speaking of good friends, want to thank Christy and Allie and all the people at Events
They are the
Hatched
best.
for letting us do this event, letting us do Bacon and Barrel, letting us do Whiskey Warmer. We love doing events with Events Hatched. And cheers.
Ciao.
Cheers.
Great.